All right, it's time for another 6.5 Grendel video. So it's been a little while since we've shot the 6.5 Grendel. We're going to use the 123 grain SST today and reloader 15 and the CCI BR4. Using new starline brass, we're going to try to work up a load to potentially use hunting this year. So I used the 123 grain SST in the past, and I think we tried it with 82.8 XBR and maybe H4895. So we're going to give reloader 15 a try. It's a slower powder, so I don't know if we're going to get the velocities that we want. We're going to give it a try. Hornady lists load data all the way up to 29 grains. So we're going to shoot from 28.1 grains all the way up to 29 grains today in 3/10 increments. These hit the lands of my rifle at 2.285 cartridge overall length. So we're going to shoot them at about 2.265 today, which comes out to 1.660 cartridge-based ogive on my tools. So let's get out on the range and let's see how they shoot. Alright, so we're on the range. This is my 20-inch 6.5 Grendel with a 1 8 twist. It's got a 6-24 Athlon optic on it. Target's at 100 yards. We're getting velocity through our lab radar. Shooting the 123 grain SST today with reloader 15. The gun is cool. I think the gun's dirty. Can't remember when last time I shot it was, but pretty sure that the gun is dirty. But it is cold. Beautiful day today. About 78, 79 degrees with minimal wind. So we're hoping for some good groups. Alright, so let's see how these shoot. Alright, pretty low velocity there, 2284. See what our piece of brass looks like there. Brass looks like you'd expect for a round with 2284 velocity. Looks fine. Alright, so it looks like 2 out of those 3 grouped together. Hopefully that was a cold bore shot that caused that to be a little bit high. And hopefully these other groups will group really well. Alright, so our velocity on that one was nice and low. Alright, so that one we were at 2285 with an SD of 10. So nice and low. We expect it to be pretty low. Hornady doesn't list this to be a very impressive velocity load, but you never know. Sometimes you overshoot or undershoot what they're predicting. So let's go ahead and move on up. Alright, not a bad group for the SST. Better than what we've been seeing in some of my other guns. Alright, that brass looks fine. Again, 2,300 feet per second. Not expecting to see any issues. Let's see exactly what our velocity was there. It looked extremely consistent. Yeah, we were at 2316 average with a 2.1 SD. So extremely consistent from reloader 15 here. Let's go ahead and move on up. Alright, some horizontal stringing there on that group. Alright, so the brass still looks fine. Take a look at our velocity numbers there. Alright, so that one we were looking at 2340 with an SD of 3.6. So good velocity consistency here, that's for sure. Let's see if this last one will group. Alright, so not a great group there. To finish up, let's take a look at our velocity. Alright, so that one we were looking at 2369, but our SD jumped all the way up to 18.4. Okay, brass still looks good. The primers are a little bit flatter than they were on the previous loads, but they're by no means flat. So let's get over there and let's check out the target. Alrighty, so we're back at the bench here. Decent target overall. The first load at 28.1 grains, shot 0.89 inches, 2285 feet per second, and a 10.0 SD. Moving on to our 28.4 grain load. We shot 0.62 inches, 2316 feet per second, 2.1 SD. Best group of the day and best SD of the day. Moving up to 28.7, we shot a 1.27 inch group, 2340 feet per second with a 3.6 SD. And our last group of the day at 29.0, we shot 1.36 inches, 2369 feet per second, and an 18.4 SD. Now, taking a look at our brass. Brass looks fine. The primers are rounder than usually what I'm considering max loads in my 6.5 Grendel. No ejector smears, nothing like that. So it does look like we might be able to push up. Now, Nosler lists the 29 grain load as a max for the 130 class projectiles on their load data. So I'm thinking we might give this a try pushing up a little bit. It looks like we were kind of in an accuracy node at those two lower charges and then got out of it a little bit as we moved up. So maybe we'll come back into a node maybe at 29.2, 29.4, something like that. I think the next time we shoot the Grendel, we'll probably give that a go because the SST shot like garbage in my other two guns, and these kind of look a little bit promising here. So let me know what you guys want to see next in the 6.5 Grendel. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing, and we'll see you next time.